Women's economic empowerment covers a lot of important topics from access to decent work, an increased or stronger voice, and meaningful participation in economic decision making at all levels. Aisling, what does it mean for you?
I see women's economic empowerment as fundamental to realising gender equality. This week, where there's laws in place here in Ireland, we see a gender pay gap of 14.4%. Yet we know when we have greater respect for diversity, and it's not just gender diversity, it's also cultural diversity and ethnic diversity. But when we have greater respect for that, we see a boost in profitability. There are many reports that you can reference. For example, McKinsey's Delivering Through Diversity report tells us that companies in the top quartile for ethnic diversity and gender diversity on executive teams were 33% and 21% more likely to outperform on profitability, respectively. So where does it start? Increasing access and participation is the first step. Whether you're speaking about investment into startups, recruitment of women in the workforce, or ensuring that there's access to STEM subjects for girls in education, this all contributes to women's economic empowerment. So making sure that we get progress, we must challenge policies, we must challenge stereotypes, and encourage employers and people to address bias. A really simple step that every man and woman can take today that will make a real difference is ensuring that there's advocacy. So whether it's male advocacy in women's networks or it's advocacy around STEM subjects for your daughter, for your niece, that is absolutely critical.
You speak about progress, Aisling, challenging policies, addressing biases, looking to the future and the UN Sustainable Development Goals for 2030, in particular Goal 5, gender equality. How supportive do you feel innovation in technology is of this goal?
Well, currently only 30% of Europe's ICT workforce is made up of women. So there's something not quite right there. A recent report from the European Commission has confirmed this trend, with only 24 out of every 1,000 female graduates having an ICT-related subject, of which only 6 go on to do work in a digital economy. So we have a lack of parity or a lack of quality there too. Yet we know that growing the number of women engaged with technology will also bring vital new perspectives, experience to the business community at large, and it will increase our annual GDP up to 16 billion, according to the European Commission. By working together as industry and government, we can grow the number of women engaged with technology to bring vital new experience and perspective. But where does it actually start? So despite girls becoming interested in technology around the age of 11, girls start to lose interest in STEM when they reach about the age 15. Yet, with access to the right technology and encouragement to study STEM subjects in particular, towards the end of primary school and going into secondary school, tomorrow's female leaders have every opportunity for empowerment. 3 out of 5 Irish girls with strong role models can imagine a future in STEM. Like, that's critical, not just the advocacy in the workplace or within the investment ecosystem, but actually in our education systems, ensuring that people can see it to believe that they can achieve it.
Aisling, you speak about role modelling and advocacy. I know you sit on a number of social enterprise boards advising them on how to grow their business, thinking about their commercials. So, reflecting on social entrepreneurs just starting out on their journey, what advice might you give them?
I think the key thing really is around resources and resilience initially. So using resources for impact. It's extremely easy, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're working in the corporate environment, whether you're actually doing a startup in terms of a social enterprise, to be really busy with lots of activity, but not a whole lot of impact when you actually peel back. So it's absolutely critical to pay attention to this. And if you are recruiting people or you have people supporting you, making sure that they're really focused on using their resources for impact, because in fairness, it's finite. Second thing I would say is to really pay attention to resilience. It's so easy in this day and age to have a burnout, and paying attention to your well-being is absolutely key. And I would say the same to the people around you, you know, whether they're your employees or your family, ensuring that there's well-being is absolutely key for sustainability. One way to do this is to ensure you have great advice, be it from a non-exec director or an advisory board. Like, seek different perspectives. And the final thing that I would say to those who are focused on social entrepreneurship is to still pay attention to the commercials. It's absolutely key to be ambitious, because every penny that you make is going in the right direction for the right purpose. So really focus on trying to scale the business as well.
What a great note to end on. Thank you so much, Aisling. Look after your health and well-being. I'm a big advocate of that, so fantastic. Also very important, don't be afraid to scale your business. Make sure that every dollar, every resource is used for impact. And please, please pay attention to your commercials. Thank you so much for your time, Aisling, and for sharing so many of your insights.
Thanks, Orla.